next to the bottom, immediately believed him. Just because of the way we work though, when it comes to the paranormal, we always will have to make sure we clarify 100% that there's no other explanation. Asterisk // sorry, it's longer than I thought. // asterisk. I have a somewhat similar story. My partner // b / and I attended a family gathering and we spent the night at my parents' vacation beach house. That house is 100% clean. However, we both been having a lot of encounters days before, most likely tied to the investigations we were doing. So we both already know without even saying it'd be no shock if anything could have followed. But after a fun night, everyone was in bed. Soon after 1-2 some time after that, we're just hanging back in the room we were sleeping in, and I decide I want to wait for sunrise and go look at it. Why not? We're at beach house and it reflects over the ocean, and then head straight home after. So I ask him to not let me fall asleep, faced with tears of joy, but I start dozing off a lot around 5 a.m. Still about 2 hours before sunrise. It was November. I can hear him clearly just repeatedly saying my name, but since I was drifted, I basically was only acknowledging him in my head. Here's where it got interesting. Out of nowhere, I shot awake pretty fast, but I don't realize at all why at first out. The first thing I see is B had not moved an inch, but his eyes basically doubled in size, grinning, squinting face. He asks me, "Did you hear that?" I'm so confused because I hadn't even been sleeping deep enough to not hear anything, and only thing I've been hearing is him whispering my name. Also, the way he said it, you would think he'd just heard a gunshot or something. So after a few repeats of him whispering my name to keep me awake, a faint whisper caught him by a big surprise. Repeating my name back to him, it was heard from the floor right above us, next to the top of the spiral stairs we were next to the bottom. Immediately believed him. Just because of the way we work though, when it comes to the paranormal, we always will have to make sure we clarify 100% that there's no other explanation. So of course I just ask more basic questions about it, since I didn't hear the whisper clear like he did it, and I want to understand all the details too. There was and still is no doubt in my mind something was up after how he described the sound. A knockoff of your mom. That immediately a mimic of any kind will be the first thing I think of, even when I hear stories that a voice was heard, especially when the person knew exactly whose voice it is. But it's clear something's off. Not to mention, it was highly unlikely that my mom would hear him whispering to me from another floor, let alone enough to wake her up and make her get up at that time. And if she had gotten up for any reason, we'd have heard her footsteps across the hall first. She also never would have just whispered my name from the spot above us like that, rolling on the floor laughing. And even though I didn't hear it like he did, it does explain a bit why I abruptly went from dozed off to awake in less than half a second. After that happened, I used the rest of our time that night to investigate. We didn't catch any words that would give more detail, but my SLS caught some of the craziest moves I've seen since I started using that. I heavily felt an unusual presence near me at that time. It was not necessarily a bad presence, it was just something. As I said, we know there is no hauntings tied to this beach house. I had spent lots of time there before this night and many nights since, enough time there that we would most likely know or at least have some idea, and this was the only night I could catch any activity there, whether or not I was trying to. Overall, it is still a mystery why this happened that night. So because we know it isn't the house itself, I'm still going with the idea that some supernatural being may have been lurking around Mia and Sash or B at the time and ended up there with us that night. There has not been any other strange activity in the house, and if my theory is correct, it is not still following me or B. If anyone read all of this, I thank you and appreciate it. This is also my first post here, so thank you, and I always like to hear any people's input if there is any.